Hi, and welcome to Ontario Without Barriers, a channel where we discuss different resources for adults with physical disabilities. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. In this video, I'm going to discuss a little bit about myself, my journey, and why I decided to create Ontario Without Barriers. So I, at 3 years old, was diagnosed with spinal muscular atrophy type 2, which is a neuromuscular condition. It's categorized under muscular dystrophy, but it's separate because it's not the actual muscles that have a condition that atrophies. As you can see in this picture, it actually affects the spine. What there is down each person's spine are these little nerves that signal messages to the individual muscle to like move your hand or move your arm, so on and so forth. And I have a condition that destroys those signals, and therefore the messages are not getting to the individual body parts, and therefore the muscles are not moving, and therefore they atrophy. And therefore, since I was young, I have always been in a wheelchair. I've never had the ability to walk, but I have had other abilities when I was younger that have, slowly deteriorated. Like, for instance, I used to be able to feed myself. Used to be able to use a Game Boy to play video games. I can't do any of that any longer. My movements are basically non-existent. I can't really move my hands. I can't move my arms. I can't really move anything but my mouth and my mind. And so that is made me a part of the medical system since I was born. I've been in and out of hospitals and needing of equipment and needing a lot of resources to help have my independence and continue with my future. So besides my lived experiences, I also have an academic history that has sort of shaped my view. I started off my academic career in media studies and marketing, which helped me learn a lot of great skills about how to figure out target audience and create content that helps meet those needs of the target audience. And then later on, I did my education work in social work and specifically a bachelor's degree and a master's degree. And in that, not only did I learn about the field of social work, but I was able to work as a social worker and helping clients from the other side of the lens, because up to that point, I'd been a service user, but during my education, I was a service provider. And feeling that aspect and learning that aspect really taught me about how much there's a gap in resource navigation and how much people really need information in a straightforward way. You may be asking yourself, well, why is this important? And the truth is, the population of people who have a disability is growing. As you can see in this chart from StatsCat, the people who self-identify as having a disability has grown from just under a quarter to almost a third in the span of 5 years. So there are more people who need resources in Ontario, and yet there's still not enough ways to help them find those resources in an easy manner. Most resource websites nowadays look like this: a list of links that you have to go through, and you have to read the material, you have to read the program and services, and hopefully they help you in what you need, but it's very labor intensive, because how many times can somebody go through 50, 60, 100 links to find the one resource that helps them find equipment funding or a wheelchair or things like that? And that's why I created Ontario Without Barriers, because I think there is such a huge gap in people finding resources that they need to help them with their physical disability, because having a disability is basically a part-time job. There's no just one element to it. There's a whole different elements all intertwined, whether it's housing, whether it's healthcare, whether it's equipment funding, whether it's so many different aspects to it, and it takes time, it takes energy to go through all those things. And I think I wanted to make something where people have that information in an easier way in one place. One of the first sections of the website is the ebooks, where you will find resources pertaining to specific topics. For instance, financial resources in Canada. Here's an example of one of the ebooks, which is for financial resources for Ontarians, and it's broken down into specific sections such as financial assistance, drug benefits, and tax credits, and it is very detailed on all the government resources in Ontario. The other sections of the website will be released in early 2025, and they include the one-on-one social work appointments and the online classes where you will be given a step-by-step guide on how to apply for different resources. To be notified about all the different aspects of the website as they happen and any other future project, please consider joining our mailing list. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and turn on notifications. Tune in next week where we will discuss other resources for adults with physical disabilities.